Welcome to Off the Mat, that show that makes you want to pop your winky more than Booker T when he sees Tiffy Time, Stephanie Vick and Rhea Ripley in the ring together. What's up, boys? How are you doing tonight on this beautiful Wednesday? Pre-recorded this week.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Oh, good, man.
Good.
I forgot that actually the 20th is the WrestlePalooza. It's that's coming our way, and it looks like how many matches we got? We got 3 matches so far, and 3 or 4 matches.
We have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and the returning AJ Lee, which I'm sure we're going to talk about tonight, versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. We have the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, back together to face off against the Brawnies, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. We have, what other match am I missing?
Oh, is it gonna have a US? They have to have a freaking US title.
I think AJ Styles and or that.
As of right now, AJ Styles does not have a match.
No.
We're going to talk about AJ Styles tonight. He made some interesting remarks during a commercial break on Raw this week.
Yep.
Get your guys' opinions on that. But let's start the show by talking about, what did you guys think about the return of AJ Lee last week on Friday?
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they got through. I know they were pushing it, but I actually thought that they might freaking have a little curve, throw a curve, and then the fans would go crazy. But I knew if they did throw the curve, we would have a riot on our hands because everybody expected AJ Lee, and AJ Lee was delivered. And she got,
really quick. I meant to clip it, but there was a sign in the crowd that said, "If AJ doesn't return, we riot."
Yeah, the pop was loud, but it wasn't as loud as I expected it to be.
Oh, I heard from people that were in the arena that it was massive.
Well, you know what? All right, watching it on TV, it was a big, it was a big crowd, and to see her, she looks the same, And look, another thing, I never knew that she's the sister of Dragon Lee.
She's not. That's a lie.
No, I don't know. They said, I was like, all right, if that's a lie, it's a lie.
She's not. Her last name is Mendez. They're not related.
I know, but I'm like, damn, what the hell? I was like, that's a lie. I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, who the hell thought? Really? And I started scratching my head thinking, I'm like, okay. I got caught up in that baloney. So she's related to Bruce Lee too, so that's okay.
Dom, the internet isn't truthful all the time, my friend.
Goddamn things lie. No, but I'm happy she's back. She looked good, and you know what? I gotta give it to Becky Lynch though. Becky Lynch, she actually does play a great part. She could be the ruthless biatch that goes out there and tells you one thing, that she can come back and she can be scared, and she can play that part where she's scared, like really, like holy shit, like sort of ghost type of thing. But should be interesting. Like I said, it's another surprise. Triple H brought back AJ Lee. Who else is he planning to bring back? Apparently, somebody else is supposed to be coming back WrestlePalooza or Monday Night Raw before WrestlePalooza.
Probably Jericho. That would be my guess. I don't know when Jericho's AEW contract is up, but I know that's been the talk, is that Jericho's going to come back. So I don't know if it's going to be Jericho or who else it would be. I've seen some names like Edge. It's not going to be Adam Copeland because he's still signed to AEW.
Can't be Moxley.
Yeah, I mean, really the only one that makes sense would be Jericho.
And I think that he hasn't. His contract has been done since he left, and he went on tour with Fozzy. So it kind of
and we all know that WrestlePalooza is nothing more than an FU middle finger show to AEW in the first place. So what's bigger FU middle finger than having Chris Jericho show up on the show that forced AEW to move All Out from 8 p.m. to 3 p.m.
That would definitely be that would be a big pop. I wonder what kind of a pop Jericho would get coming back. He'll get a pretty decent pop. A lot of Jericho-holics out there. I love Jericho.
I think the crowd would go crazy if you hear, if all of a sudden you hear, Yeah.
You know, who would he come out? Would he come out just come out like without interfering in anybody's match, or just come out as a surprise? The lights go out, and all of a sudden they show break the walls down.
But he comes out at the end of the match. I wonder if he'll come out at the end of John Cena Brock Lesnar match. I mean, yeah, Lion Salt Cena, or put Cena in the Walls of Jericho. I don't know. I don't know how I see the Cena match going. Like, are we just going to start seeing Cena go on a losing streak now, or he's just going to he's going to lose to Lesnar and then just lose the rest of the year?
Well, usually when you retire, the retiring matches, you lose your last match. Usually that's the.
Oh, I know that. But that's usually done when you're passing the baton onto somebody.
Yeah.
So I guess it just kind of depends on who Cena's last match is going to be against.
Well, we'll see. You know what? Because look, you had John Cena. Who else down the line that he fought? Like, he has to fight. Yeah, I know Edge can't be there because he's signed to AEW. Yeah, you know what? I think Jericho would be the legitimate front runner.
Here's one that popped in my head. What if the big return is Matt Cardona?
True. Hey, speaking about Matt Cardona, you saw the other match with Killer Cross and Scarlett and Shotzi. Shotzi won the belt.
Yeah.
Over Macadova.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows?
Oh, that's the other match I forgot. It's Io Sky versus Stephanie Vakir.
Yeah, Io Sky. Yeah, so that's that. And we all know that Io Sky is going to win. Stephanie Vakir, Io Sky is going to win because she's going to fight Asuka. Asuka's going to win the belt off her, and then Rhea Ripley's going to fight Asuka. That's the way it's going. So, but I don't know. Who else is a big superstar that was a ex-champion in WWE that
well, Matt Cardona would only be, I mean, he's an ex-Intercontinental Championship, I guess.
Yeah. What about Rob Van Dam?
I mean, he could. Him and Cena had some wars in the ECW days, but
yeah,
I'm
trying to think. He just said something about he had the controversial saying that he was with Roger beat up this guy,
Roger Jackson.
Roger Jackson. Yeah, he said he was siding with him.
But, wasn't there at one point a rumor that Mick Foley was going to try and do one last match?
I think there was, yeah.
He just got his knees replaced too.
Yeah.
So
I saw him 5 years ago at New York Comic Con. Compared to now, he looks 100 times better than when he was there because he.
Well, dude, he couldn't move. Now he's shots to the head. Look, believe it or not, yes, wrestling's fake, but a lot of the hits are real. A lot of
you don't come out of there without bumps and bruises for sure.
Of course. But I don't think there's anybody else.
Video game.
Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anybody else who is a big champion that will be a surprise coming back.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and I can't really think of anybody that would be left. I mean, I could see Jericho coming out to challenge AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to me, Matt Cardona and Jericho are the ones that make the most sense.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, I mean, from what I've heard on Kevin Owens is his neck surgery went better than expected. That he only had to do the lower fusion, which is good, which means he'll be able to wrestle again potentially, but it's still going to be like a year before
he won't. He'll probably be back for WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia.
We'll talk about what are your thoughts about WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia?
Well,
I don't know how well that's going to go over, but I don't think TKO and WWE cares.
No.
See, that's the thing.
Because WWE has not confirmed or announced anything yet about it.
No, yeah, it was just posted today. So
yeah, well, the Saudi Arabian advisor is the one who announced it in a Snapchat.
Yeah.
But WWE has not announced officially anything yet.
Okay.
So it's like
I have no doubt they're in talks to do it.
Oh, I absolutely think they are. And I think it's going to be, but I kind of question if it's going to be like that 2 WrestleMania thing that we heard about where we're going to do 1 WrestleMania here and 1 WrestleMania over there.
How about this? How about WrestlePalooza is the call card to see how well it does. And that could be your other WrestleMania.
Well, McAfee or Triple H was on McAfee yesterday, and he said that they're looking to make WrestlePalooza an every year event.
Yeah, so who's to say if they have WrestlePalooza here one time, WrestleMania someplace else, and then WrestleMania here, WrestlePalooza in someplace. So they'll circulate those, and those will be, and they'll make WrestlePalooza just as big as WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Nope. See what happens.
Maybe.
They could.
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to WrestlePalooza. You know, something different. You know, hopefully they add more championship matches. Figured what's the face should be of the Intercontinental, the U.S. Championship. Should be fighting there as well.
Who?
Figured.
Julia.
Julia should be fighting.
Who? Me Chin? Like they've got those titles are dead. Man. Those mid-card titles are dead. The only reason the women's Intercontinental Championship is even doing anything right now is because it's on Becky, and it's going to be on AJ Lee sooner or later. Because I guarantee you, Survivor Series is going to either Survivor Series or the Perth show is going to be Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship. Because all signs and stories are saying that AJ Lee has signed a multi-year full-time contract, sort of the same deal that Punk is on, and she's here to stay. She's back for the long run. So this is kind of like her last hurrah in WWE, and we're going to be seeing a lot of her. And they already kind of gave you glimpses of that when she took the Intercontinental Championship from Becky last Friday on SmackDown and wore it around and said, "I'm going to take this home with me," and then she was wearing it on Raw on Monday.
Yep.
So just that the WWE has been loving to foreshadow lately, and that's just some in-your-face foreshadowing of what's probably going to happen. Is something, you know, I bet you she pins Becky to get them the win at WrestlePalooza, and because you're not going to have Seth take the pin, you're not going to have Punk take the pin. It's going to be one of the females to take the pin.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be Becky pinning AJ Lee, granting AJ Lee a title shot at the Intercontinental Championship at Crown Jewel Perth.
Probably. You know, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that'd be the most logical thing. And I also think when you're going to build up, I think you're speaking about Australia. Rhea Ripley is probably going to go for the championship. Definitely there, and Bronson Reed is definitely going to probably they're going to probably win the tag team championships over there because last time they went to Australia, Bronson Reed was left off the card. He was my hometown, to now that they're really pushing him, he could have like a tag team title match and win the belts. So you might see Rhea Ripley and them win belts over there in Perth. So,
but let's be honest, WWE, we're probably going to get, you were talking about Roxanne interfering in the match and having matches with AJ. We're going to get a Roxanne Perez, AJ Lee tag team is what we're going to get. They're going to take the titles off of Charlotte and what's her face?
Alexa Bliss.
I can't think of her name. Alexa Bliss. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait. So Raquel is probably apparently they talked about her being champion, so her winning the championship, look,
that was like old news.
Yeah.
That she was one of the names that was floating around before they named Io Sky to fight Stephanie.
I know, but she still have a chance, And look, when the closer Liv comes back, because you're gonna have Liv versus freaking Raquel, because she's gonna be pissed off that Raquel teamed up with Roxanne Perez and all these things, and Dirty Dom, and obviously Dirty Dom freaking making comments about getting mad because he's like, it's a luchador thing, and if someone would help, if someone didn't get thrown away, so it seems like that we might be getting some definitely pushback. Yeah, because I think
I loved all the Dirty Dom memes of when AJ came back last week, and it was like Dirty Dom on the top, and then it said fresh meat, and it was AJ Lee at the bottom of it.
Yep. Yeah. Freaking Americano, freaking El Grande Americano is actually going to interfere, and you're going to win.
Which one?
That's the thing. Yeah. Which one? But he's helping Dirty Dom, and what they say, listen, he wants something. That's why he's doing that. So what's going to happen is that he's going to end up interfering because because eventually somebody's going to turn on Dom. And I think they changed their minds with the whole Finn Balor thing. They got the tag team championships, but we'll see if they lose the championships. A lot of chaos. If they implode, that's when you'll probably see a lot more
crazy
chaotic things.
Yeah,
but oh man,
But kind of back to WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. I mean, they're going to I would think they would have to do it as two different shows because the tourism there, they don't have, you're not going to get the international crowd there the way
who goes to Saudi for it. Listen, all kidding aside, who wants to go to the Middle East, Saudi Arabia? Nobody wants to go there. You have that crowd. Yes, they're dedicated out there, this and that. It's not like the international crowd. It's not like the American crowd. You're going to have 2 nights in Saudi Arabia?
No, probably one, but
it's supposed to be a 2-night event.
That's what they've been pushing for. Keep it a 2-night event.
You have one night in America, one night in the United States, and one night in Saudi Arabia?
No. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Unless you'd have to have your card would definitely have to be split. Yeah, and you're not going to get anyone interfering from one night into the next night.
I know, so that's the whole thing. So you're going to definitely have a 2-night extravaganza from Saudi Arabia, and I don't know. I don't like that idea to begin with. I know Saudi Arabia dishes out all that money, and a corporation likes the money. They don't give a shit where the money comes from. They want the money. I don't like that idea. Wrestling, yes, it's international, all these things, but those big freaking events are meant for here.
No, I think WrestleMania needs to be, they need one in France or in England or Europe or something like that. That's fine, but one where the political climate isn't so controversial.
Yep.
You're going to have the Royal Rumble over there, and you're going to see all the you're not going to be able to tell who's who in the Royal Rumble because all the women are going to be wearing the same damn outfit. They're going to have to all be wearing those fat suits that can't show anything. Like,
that's the one thing I hate. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. That
that's an event, Don, that you could split up if you did the women here and the men there, but I don't think they would.
But who's going to go to an all-women's Royal Rumble? So you would essentially have to make another Evolution pay-per-view for that because you're going to.
I was just going to say Evolution sold pretty well, I think.
At a smaller venue, they're not going to sell out.
Yeah, smaller venue. No, they're not going to sell out an arena.
Listen, you want to make an impact? Have the Evolution freaking goddamn event in Saudi Arabia. Don't have the freaking the WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia because, like I said, it's a different crowd. It's not the same crowd. Don't get me wrong. They are electrifying to a certain point where they are that, but it's just these big events should be where you're gonna really make the money in tourism and who's in a book a 2-night the weekend. I'm gonna go take a week trip to Saudi Arabia. I want to go see WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Not me. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
If you
people with more money than us,
talk about tickets at freaking 70 grand here, just how much are going to be over there? 200,000? Come on, man. Think about it. How much money that's just going to be the tickets?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it just I don't
know.
You know what? We'll see. But
yeah, but I mean, Saudi Arabia and Europe are different crowd than we get here in America, though.
Although that crowd in Chicago last week looked like it was a France crowd.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
That I tell you it was a stacked card. You know, Sami Zayn fighting John Cena. You know, for the
let's talk about that. Who called that last week? That we should have John Cena just start out here doing everybody's finisher moves, and then the next thing we know. Here he is hitting a GTS. Here he is hitting a spear. Here he is
almost doing the RKO.
Yeah, trying to do an RKO.
Right? It's kind of funny. You know, when they were saying RKO, I actually said, do the RKO. They were saying RKO. And he tried to do it. So they were, hey, you know what? It's fun. But when you have people kicking out of your own finisher move, that's when it gets boring. Because the fact is, that's your finisher move. You know, he kicked out of the freaking, they figured the attitude adjustment. You know, come on, man. Yeah. But we all knew that. You seen Brock Lesnar also freaking kind of twinged his quad, kind of got hurt when he pulled the referee out and went to go inside. He's still damn freaking cowboy boots. He freaking slipped a little bit and he kind of twinged his thigh.
I love that every wrong move a wrestler makes, Dom thinks he got hurt. Oh, see a Punk hit his back. He got hurt.
He got hurt.
Did you see Brock Lesnar? He kind of flexed his calf. He got hurt.
I know. If you look, the way he went, like the way he moved, like you could tell if somebody he slipped.
He did kind of what do you call it, like a Charlie horse in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's not going to keep him out. But I saw that. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you think Sami Zayn comes out to help John Cena because he was F5'd? Or that was a one and done type thing?
No, I think that was one and done. I don't think Sammy's going to. Sammy might work a program with Brock Lesnar after Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Which that whole Cena situation is very confusing to me because that was Cena's last. What a like anticlimactic buildup to their match at WrestlePalooza. Like Brock just comes out, F5 Sammy and Cena, and then walks the back and says, "Hey John, see you at WrestlePalooza, bitch." And then we're not even going to see John Cena again until WrestlePalooza, or well, till the Raw before.
No, he's coming Monday Night Raw. He's coming out Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, so on the 15th, the Raw before WrestlePalooza, not even on the same show as Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar's he's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow night, unless he shows up on Raw Monday. But not even like, I bet you he's going to run an angle where he's like, "Oh, I F5'd you so hard that you had to run to Raw" or some shit. Like, I
he's going to come out. Say if Sami Zayn comes up.
And SmackDown?
I mean, that would be plausible.
Mm-hmm.
But what are we gonna? We're just gonna watch Sami Zayn get squashed? I don't think WWE's in the squash Sami Zayn business right now, unless you're gonna have Brock take the U.S. Championship off of him. So Brock's like, I'm not gonna have the U.S. champion be around a Canadian's waist. Suplex City, Suplex City, Suplex City,
and win it and have it, and then John wins it off Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza.
And we're just going to see them do the same thing that they're doing in NXT on the main roster, where you're going to have Brock Lesnar, the American, versus Sami Zayn, the Canadian.
What was I going to say? There was something I read, I think maybe a couple of days ago. Rusev, right? You know, that was a pretty good match with Penta and Rusev.
Yeah,
you know, push Rusev out to different things, different challenges. So apparently, somebody made a comment. I wouldn't be pissed. I wouldn't be upset if Rusev went to joined the Division. You know,
it wouldn't. I mean, in my personal opinion, it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense, but I'm just saying, if you just join the division for the sake of joining the division and have him, because, like I said, I think there's definitely going to be a disconnect. Like Paul Heyman is playing the angle. He got hurt. He's in the hospital because of Roman Reigns. So now you don't have the advocate, the oracle, or what I call it, for them. And it seems like the whole thing with Becky Lynch joining the division with Seth Rollins, kind of make them two separate. They're not like a team anymore, if you really think about it. You have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and then you have Becky Lynch with Seth Rollins. They weren't together, but guess what? It ended the same way again for 4 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Sadly, I think it's going to end that way up until Elimination Chamber, or not Elimination Chamber, but up until Survivor Series, possibly the Royal Rumble. It's as long as Seth has the title and he's feuding with those guys, it's gonna every episode of Raw is gonna start and end the same. You're gonna start with the Vision or someone, insert whoever the Vision is feuding with this week, cutting their opening promo with. Then you have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to come out and bitch, and then it's going to lead to a match at the end of Raw that's going to end in disqualification because insert random jackass here, interrupts the match on either side. So, and now they've got this whole angle with Jey Uso from Raw, like spearing LA Knight because LA Knight almost splashed him in the corner.
No, because he got kicked because of what happened with the championship belt. So now he's acting like Roman now. Because Roman did tell him, we have no friends. You be your own person. This and that. You go take what you got to take. So now you have him build. No, you know what? I'll be honest with you. If they could do a storyline and build Jey Uso to be as ruthless as Roman Reigns was, and Roman Reigns comes back like, dude, I didn't tell you to be like this. And he goes, what are you, jealous? Because I'm doing. You can have like some kind of an angle with that, which, like I said, look, you're gonna make him a heel, or you're not gonna make him a heel. You're just gonna make him that he's gonna be kicking everybody's ass. Because LA Knight's gonna have a problem. It's gonna be LA Knight versus Jay probably next week. They're gonna probably have a fight, and Jimmy's gonna be involved. So you can't make Jay a heel without turning Jimmy, because you got they're back together again. Because apparently rumors are that they're going after tag team championships. They're gonna form the tag team again to go for the belts again. That's another rumor out there.
All the rumors I've seen though, or credible sources are saying they're not turning Jey Uso heel. It's just character development. Like, we're gonna see his character transition, but he's not going full heel.
Yeah, what did they say? That we're trying to make him more edgy. I think that's what the.
Yeah, so more they want to make him more like a freaking Roman, kind of like go out there as like, I have no friends. There's no friends in this thing. Well, we'll see. Like I said, if they can make it more edgy, look, because I know the Yeet thing is kind of like is dying down, But from what it looked like on Monday night, I don't think it's dying down, maybe because he came out and everybody was going crazy. But I don't know, to give Jay more character, because Jay, really is not good on the mic, and he's really not good. The way he brings himself. If you bring him out. Bring him out and make him a little bit edgier. You can make him unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, you can do that. Like a Stone Cold type of character, Roman Reigns character.
Let's talk about how much of a menace Booker T is.
Oh my God! Last night when I was watching it and he said that, I'm like, what did he say? Like, and I had to keep rewinding it. And I'm like, no, he didn't say that. So I just actually made my wife hear it. And she goes, that's not nice. I'm like, what?
In case, anybody needs to know or wants to understand what we're talking about.
The WWE Women's Champion has returned home.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
I mean, Booker.
Come on, Booker.
We all already got that when you're going, when Stephanie Fakir
he went overboard in that shit, man. I'm saying that.
Kiss, but I'm gonna play that one more time.
You gotta play with it.
The WWE Women's Champion has returned home.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Yo, but look in the comment right there. I gotta pop my neck, man. Close though. No, it's not. He said dick, man.
I don't know if you listen, it sounds like neck, but I'm just giving Booker shit, because he's just a menace. He's an absolute menace of the mic.
Hey, that's interesting. The homecoming, really quick. You see Carmella Hayes come out with Trick, and then Carmella Hayes playing the baby face, kind of. Now, telling Trick, he goes, "This is my house." He goes, "You all of a sudden, because now Trick is a heel, and you got Carmella Hayes was a heel before he left. Him and Trick were going back and forth, so it's kind of crazy. And then DIY, came out. He goes, "These are the guys that built this place, this and that. Have respect for these guys." Meanwhile, they're heels, and it's a whole heel type of thing right there, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But so homecoming is, when is homecoming?
Next Friday or next? It's not a paper. It's not a PLE.
Not Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. It's not a PLE.
So it's gonna be next week. So that means we're gonna have we gotta get with Tiffany time, Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Fakir are gonna be part of it.
Yeah, they're wrestling.
They're wrestling.
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Influence. And so you're gonna have
September 16th. So next Tuesday.
Okay.
Next Tuesday. Yeah.
So you're gonna have that. You're gonna have Carmelo Hayes teaming up with Trick.
Yeah.
No, he's not teaming up against Trick, is he?
I thought it was them two against
DIY.
I thought he was talking shit to Trick.
He was. That's what doesn't make sense.
Which I don't understand. I was like, wait a minute. So you got that, and some more surprises you might get, right? I guess
I guess. I mean, Homecoming is like their anniversary show,
Yeah.
So, I mean, just having Tiffany and
Tyler Breeze come back last night.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze came back. Yeah.
Oh, Tyler Breeze did come back.
Well, didn't Tyler Breeze do something to Ethan Page?
Well, Ethan Page was knocked out in the middle of the ring, and they draped the Canadian flag over him. He came out with his selfie stick and laid in the ring with them and did like a selfie.
Yeah.
But man, Booker, I love Booker T, man. I know Wade Barrett's catching a rap right now where it came out that he was off TV and off commentary because of his Nikki Bella comments, and now and then they're saying no, I was just taking a break that I was granted 6 months ago, and Corey Graves referenced it on Raw on Monday night, and then it looks like Wade Barrett might be coming back to NXT sooner rather than later if Booker gets, because there's that infamous promo where he accidentally slips up and uses a racial slur in the back of the
Booker?
when he was in WCW. Booker. When he was in WCW.
Oh, you with Hulk Hogan?
And then
no, it was him and his brother. They were
when they're like, "We're coming for you."
But they were gonna fight Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
And then you had the conspiracies around Booker T and his every time Stephanie Fakir was doing the devil's kiss, and now you got he's gotta pop his pop his piece.
I gotta lace my shoes.
Pop a nut, bust a nut.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy, man. But hey, it's wrestling for you. I'll tell you what, I'm with Booker. I can tell you that. But not for anything. Is Rhea Ripley getting a little too skinny? She lost some weight. She really.
I didn't notice. She looked the same as she usually did to me. But
she looks like she's losing weight. She's much more leaner than she was.
I know she's been working out more, and
yeah,
that might just be it. Maybe she just toned up a bit.
Do you guys have any theories on this Bailey situation? Like, what is this Bailey character we're gonna get?
She's like the Green Goblin, man.
I
think she might be something that's going to be AJ Lee associated. AJ keeps talking about getting mental health and
so much so that she got a mental health chant going.
Well, you know what's funny, guys? And remember when Bailey came out and hugged AJ Lee way back when? We're gonna see something like that again. That Bailey can come out and hug AJ Lee, like when she was talking commentary, when she was in the back talking, and Bailey came by when she was the hugger, and she gave him a big hug. They keep showing that video a lot, so you're right. It could be the mental health thing, you know. That Bailey's
and AJ Lee try and bring her out of her mental health distress and back to being maybe bring back the hugging. Bailey.
I actually think you're going to see Bailey hugging, Bailey being all the different personalities she was.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting too, is that like she might come out. It might be like you never know what version of Bailey you're going to get. You're a hugger, role model. That's the sad thing is you only get two of them, hugger or role model.
Let me ask a question. There was a wrestler that did that. You didn't know who you're going to get. That it was a guy.
Mick Foley. Mick Foley used to do Brother Love,
Dude Love,
Cactus Jack.
I know that, but there was somebody else that had a personality too that came out. You didn't know who was going to be. Not that he changed clothes, different, but it was something. I'm trying to think. But anyway, yeah, I know Nick Foley had different personalities.
Yeah,
but
remember he was in that one Royal Rumble and he came out as all three personas.
Yes, yeah. He got thrown out as Dude Love. He got thrown. Not Dude Love. Freaking
Brother Love. Brother Love. You're right. Yeah, I kept saying Brother Love. Brother
Love is the other guy. I love you.
What's the name there? Yeah.
Dude Love.
Yeah.
Dude Love.
Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Give me
your love.
Matt Riddle. Do you think maybe the drugs are having a little too much an effect on Matt Riddle?
Don't you think?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's talking lots of caca.
He's off his rocker, is what he's off his rocker.
You know, he is like, yes, he's a UFC fighter. He's a fighter, MMA fighter. You know, yes, he could fight. The whole fact is,
former.
Exactly. So he could take out Roman Reigns. He could take out freaking goddamn CM Punk because he fight it. And then he's making comments about AJ Lee. You know, calling her a slut.
Which I don't understand what she's got to do with anything that's going on with him right now. But
the whole fact is, he has a thing again. He don't like.
Stand point, buddy.
He don't like freaking CM Punk. That's why. So,
yeah.
But you know, look, you can just see that he walked out on an event that he got money for and he never gave back and he didn't show. So the type of person he is, man.
Yeah.
Well, and to be fair, I'm just trying to be fair. He did come out and say he gave him money back.
He did.
So that's what he said, that he has given the money back. Just to be fair, because I don't want people coming out and be like, "You're one-sided," and he did this and blah, 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 blah. So to play devil's advocate,
I hadn't heard that he'd given the money back, but good on him if he did.
But I mean, you had him, making those claims about AJ Lee, and when he did, and AJ Lee, in her book, "Crazy Is My Superpower," has a legitimate segment where she's writing about that and says that like she didn't feel comfortable or trust anybody back then, that her like anxiety was so severe at that time. So there was no way. I don't really think she was, and he wasn't even there when she was there. So how does he know she was running around backstage? And
he heard it from a friend. That's what he said. Heard it from somebody.
Yeah,
third person knowledge. Yeah,
Look, to be honest with you, back then, the wild days behind the curtain was crazy because these guys got around. John Cena slept with a lot of women. Freaking goddamn CM Punk Slept with a lot of women.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena, what, Mickey James?
Yeah, Mickey James. Yeah.
We know about Nikki Bella. I'm sure there was others. That's what they did, though, man. Before social media was huge and the internet was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Paige. That's why you literally saw Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods turning Paige into a Chinese finger trap. It's what they did, and that was their own business, man. We didn't need to know about it. Who cares who's doing who? They're on the road together 200 plus days a year. Like, you can't tell me you don't expect them to be banging each other.
That's a lot.
Right.
That's why you're seeing a bunch of them be married now. That's why you got like Seth, Punk and AJ are married, and Becky and Seth are married, and you got Naomi and Jimmy, or Big Jim Uso, are married. Like, that's why you're seeing a lot of these wrestlers marry wrestlers,
because they did their thing, they had their fun, and now they meet the right person and they're going to be with. Finn Balor was the one that introduced Becky Lynch to.
And Finn Balor and Becky Lynch used to date.
Yes, yeah, they're both from Ireland, And then he actually introduced to Seth Rollins, and then they went up for full love. And look, Finn Balor's wife is pretty, So we got a lot of things. Who we said, like, here, freaking goddamn freaking McIntyre said, they asked McIntyre, who's the one dude that you like to party with? He goes, Damian Priest. Damian Priest can party, and the women that he gets, so, Damian Priest is like sleeping with a lot of women, so kind of, so that's just what the way things are. Randy Orton slept with a lot of freaking women. They all did, man,
And I mean, look at, we know it was a wilder time, because look at all the legal trouble Vince is in right now.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Back then everything was crazy, man. You had, but you see, it sucks that you have go around trashing people, and it's like, no, because you want to be irrelevant. Fucking goddamn Matt Riddle's not relevant anymore, man.
No, he's trying to drum up more people to his OnlyFans page.
He's just trying to get his name in the headlines again. He's trying to.
What is he doing on OnlyFans anyway? Is he having sex with his porn star girlfriend?
Probably, or showing his winky.
Maybe. Yeah,
he's definitely taking winky pics.
Yeah.
What are you saying in the little video? I got a bigger wanger than you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But all right, that's pretty much all the top stories in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot.
Oh, The Rock.
One
thing about The Rock. The Rock was the allegations that he was taking steroids and stuff like that, and he lost weight in movie roles. He got the Chicken Man coming out, some kind of movie that's coming out. He's losing weight. He lost weight for that. Is it a Chicken Man or something? Something with the Chicken Man. Something. So he's losing weight for that particular role. So he lost weight. Yes, The Rock does have. Dwayne Johnson does have something wrong with his heart. He has like something like stuff they have to keep scraping off his heart, and he's in his 50s. He don't want to go. He don't want a heart attack. He don't want to get a heart attack like Triple H did. So he got off the stuff, and now he wants to get legitimate roles. I just wish The Rock. Look, we all know The Rock is on some kind of natty stuff, man, to get to where he is, the body he has, because there's no way in hell you have a body like that at the age you have. I know people who are in their 60s, they work out and they're slim, but the size, that type of size to keep on your body at 50s plus, it's really impossible without taking anything that's going to enhance your muscles. So, I think if The Rock came out and said he was doing that, and he came out and said, "Listen, it wasn't the right choices for me to do. I'm not an advocate for this, and I don't want kids to think that this is cool." I think that would be better for his career if he did come out and said that. But
I don't think it's anybody's business, honestly, natty or not. I mean, look at that dude, the Liver King, who made a living off of telling people just eat, live primal and eat animal, meat and this, that, and the other thing, and it turned out he was 100%.
What about Michael O'Hearn? Michael, him. I'm not a natty. I'm natural, 100% natural. Dude, you're 56 years old. There's no way in hell.
Who?
Michael O'Hearn. Michael O'Hare. Michael O'Hare. He used to be an American Gladiators, the original American Gladiators.
Oh, okay.
He's also a bodybuilder, also like that. He's covered in numerous magazines. He says that he's 100% natural.
Well, John Cena said for years that he's 100% natural. But is he? Don't know.
There's nothing. There's no way. Look, I don't care what people would say with science based or anything like that. There is nothing you could say that keep your body like that can make your body look that big and keep that on the side when you get older natural, 100% natural. That is BS because you need freaking goddamn supplement. You need some freaking goddamn hardcore freaking steroids to get yourself to keep your body like that. Because there's no way in hell at those ages to put that size on. No way, man. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, steroids are just an enhancer. You still have to work out. You still have to.
No, you still have to work out.
But it doubles what your workout is, or triples what your workout is. Because
Hollywood. Let me ask you something. All these actors that are portraying action heroes and superheroes, you don't think they're on the shit?
Well, that's kind of the same thing with Dave Bautista. Oh. Bautista got sick and tired of being typecast and only getting superhero or action roles, and he wanted to do more serious roles, so he slimmed out, and that's kind of what The Rock said.
He's still 240 pounds, dude.
Yeah, he's still 240 pounds. The Rock says he wants to be taken seriously as an actor. His time in wrestling is done. He doesn't want to be typecast as just this big muscle-bound idiots anymore, and he wants to try and do more diverse roles, so he's taken down the weight.
Let me tell you something. You know who I think is 100% natural? Roman Reigns, because he has leukemia. There's no way he can take stuff like that to enhance his body. That's natural eating right, eating clean, and trying to maintain some. Roman Reigns, he doesn't have size, but he's a little chiseled. But he's in pretty good shape for for someone that's taking medicine and battling leukemia. It has to keep it at bay. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine steroids and chemotherapy go together.
That doesn't work.
So yeah, I definitely can't imagine that.
That's why a lot of these wrestlers or something like that have a size. There's no way in hell that you can maintain that size at certain ages without taking anything.
I think there's very few and superstars that are still using, and
definitely.
I mean, that's just because you look at AJ Styles, you look at Dominik Mysterio, you look at some of these other guys, Cody Rhodes, their size looks like they're just basically eating and working out. It doesn't look like they're like Randy Orton. You just stay away from carbs and stuff like that. But he's even said I eat whatever I want. So I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say
you can eat. Look, you can eat whatever you want. Look, Matt, as a person that's trained and working out and lost a lot of weight, they said that it's easier to maintain being in shape than getting in shape, which is definitely the honest thing. If you get in shape, you can maintain a certain surplus in eating, carbs in, carbs out, and calories in, calories out, that can keep you in shape, and you can still eat a lot of the stuff that people said years ago is forbidden for when you're working out. Look, you rotate your carbs, your intake, you drink your water, you have your multivitamins and stuff like that, and it's just the cycle way of doing things, how you eat. You don't have to eat like crazy, 10 meals a day. 4 or 5 meals a day. Work out hard, you work out and you train. It's all about staying in shape and being in shape. It's not about what.
But it's also in your size too, because the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism burns, and the more calories you need to sustain it.
Yes.
And then the more you need to eat to be in a surplus to build muscle, because that's what builds your muscle, is being in a surplus of calories.
Exactly.
And so therefore, it just who knows? I'm just not gonna. I just don't want to sit here and go, oh, he's point the finger at who's natty and who's not. But you're right that, for all intents and purposes, it is hard for someone to maintain is easy, yes, but achieve that level of growth. And let's be honest, like The Rock, if you look at him from Walking Tall to the last Fast and Furious movie, or even like Walking Tall or Gridiron Gang to now, or the last Fast and Furious movie.
How about the freaking with the first movie he did, the Down, what was it, with Christopher Walken and the guy from American Pie, the Down Low?
Oh, you're talking the Rundown.
The Rundown was freaking with what's the face? Ahsoka. What's the name?
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah. Look at what he looked like there when he was first starting out, compared to in the last Fast and the Furious movie, how jacked he was.
I mean, I'm not disavowing it. Like, a lot of people have claimed that he is on stuff, so I'm just not going to sit there and like point fingers if I don't know,
Yeah. And listen, I'm not going to know, but the whole fact is that 9 out of 10 times you can't have a size, you can't get size like that unless you're on something. Even eating is not going to put that size on you. Working out hard, yes, you work out hard, you will pack muscle, but the muscle that he's packing on in that period of time is impossible. So anyway, we're enough of fitness, health, and stuff like that.
Enough of this week's Natty or Not.
Natty or not.
Before we get into the Wrestle Worlds Collide. Oh my God, I just like literally had a stroke right there. I think. Before we get into Worlds Collide and giving our predictions for Worlds Collide, I want your guys' opinion on AJ Styles and kind of what he said after, or as Raw was in a commercial break on Monday night. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
Yes.
Do you think that was taking shots at Triple H? Because a lot of people took it as him taking shots at Triple H, but then him saying, no, it's more like towards the referees and stuff like that. It's supposed to be storyline. It's going to be worked into a storyline. But it felt odd to do it, at least in my opinion, to do it during a TV break.
Yeah.
And to mention Michin, who's on SmackDown, and then Gallows and Anderson as well.
Yeah, I say this. The AJ Styles is outnumbered. Every day he goes in, he fights. You got Dirty Dom, you got freaking El Grande Americano coming out. All these things. You got either Judgment Day coming out. You have all these people coming out that he's by himself. He had Michin there, she was there, part of the group. But then when Gallows and
Anderson
were released, it kind of like you released his back. He has nobody there. That's why he made the comment when Dragon Lee came out. He tried to get Dragon Lee into the story, because I think what is going to happen. I think that you're going to build up the storyline with Dragon Lee and Dom Mysterio. I don't think the Dom Mysterio thing is done yet with AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles will win that belt.
Absolutely.
He will win that belt. And because they're going to push it, but they're going to build the story up with having part with him, with El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee. You're going to have so you have a storyline, and the storyline is going to have Dragon Lee by his side. Dragon Lee is going to be his backup, kind of now they're going to start bringing him back into the fold to in the picture. So we'll see how that comes out, and it's good to see AJ Styles in the storyline too.
Maybe it's Rey Mysterio that comes back. I didn't think about Rey. He's been out on injury since WrestleMania.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. But he did show up in AAA last one.
Yeah, he's been in AAA as like an announcer or whatever. He hasn't returned to in-ring action.
Yeah. So you're right. It could be him. I can tell you this.
Because watch it be Spike Dudley or something ridiculous like that.
Actually, Spike Dudley. It'll be a good storyline, to be honest with you. I think Rey Mysterio coming back and turn heel against AJ Styles, and have that storyline where he fights. where he understands why his son did all these things, because eventually you're gonna have Dirty Dom team up with his dad before his dad retires and leaves. They're gonna have another big storyline with that. That's definitely gonna be in the works. So you have him turn heel, and then Dirty Dom doesn't like the idea that he's doing this, because in a way Dom is gonna turn face eventually. So this time you turn around and you have Rey Mysterio as the bad one, and Dirty Dom has the. My wife just came out here. She goes, "It sounds like you're talking about yourself." I'm like, I am Dirty Dom-tober.
The dirtiest of Dom-tobers.
Dirty Dom-tober. Yeah, so that could be the possibility too. But I think this is I think it's cool to have AJ Styles in this storyline. And you know what? Him taking shots at Triple H. Yeah, I think there is some legitimacy of him taking shots at Triple H. In there for storyline purposes, whatever you want to say that, give or take, shoot, put that out there. But it's right, he's outnumbered. He has nobody by his side, and he's pissed because someone doesn't want him there. So we'll see. We'll see what transpires.
What would be the end all if you by getting Triple H? Are they going to go and wrestle you? He can't.
No, I think he's just frustrated. It's just frustration because
that's what I think it is too.
He's got no backup to compete with the Judgment Day, and he keeps getting screwed over by out of the Intercontinental Championship, because not only does he have to compete with like every El Grande Americano now. Yep. He's got to compete with the Judgment Day. He's got nobody. And then now he's got Dragon Lee in his corner. But I really think we're going to see Dom versus AJ. Something's going to happen at Worlds Collide. I think Dom will win the title at Worlds Collide. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But I think something's going to happen at Worlds Collide with AJ again, which is going to lead us to AJ Styles versus Dominik Mysterio again at WrestlePalooza. And we'll see AJ finally take that belt off of Dom.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you could bring back for AJ to team him up with, like from his past, or anything that you think? I don't think Samoa Joe's coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, and all the other Bullet Club members like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and Gallows and Anderson are in AEW. So
yeah. Look, that would be the only thing I could think of if they try to bring back someone that he either wrestled with or wrestled against as part of a pairing for him. But
you know what? The only other person you can think about, Jericho. Jericho teamed up with him, was tag team with him, AJ Styles back then. They feuded back and forth. You can have that angle where Jericho comes back. And being a heel.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, former champion.
Slow style. Bring back the slow style.
But you know what? I actually think what's going to happen is in Worlds Collide, I think El Grande Americano is going to screw Dominik, and he's going to lose the belt to AJ Styles, and you're going to have Dominik go after El Grande Americano and ask for backup, and then because something's going to happen. Remember, Finn Balor's got to be there because JD McDonagh is in the Fatal 4-Way. So there's a 4-way. So you can see Finn Balor maybe with DeMonico, the freaking goddamn puppet again.
Well, maybe. You want to start bringing that up or get into it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk a little bit about Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Let's see what they got going on over there. I had a little bit to look at it. I know I did the slides, but you get a chance to kind of see what we're doing here.
Is Dom going to be able to hold on to his championship?
So Worlds Collide is this Friday on YouTube. It'll be live on their YouTube channel like last time, both in Spanish and English. So it's a good, easy and accessible to watch this one, unlike some of the other things we're getting from WWE. Up first, they had this 8-man Lucha showcase featuring La Parca, Mascarita Sagrada, Octagon Jr., and our good buddy Nino Hamburguesa.
Hamburger.
The Hamburger. Yep, the Hamburger is back. Versus Cruz del Toro, Jacqueline Wild, Linz Dorado, and Mini Abismo Negro. The small black hole. That's what that's how you translate that. This mini black hole or small black hole. So, man, what we got? I'm gonna go with. I like the La Parca. He's really the only one I know. It's not like the original La Parca. I think it's a different La Parca, but I think the mystique of that brings me to choosing his team. So there you go. I'll choose the La Parca team with Mr. Hamburger.
And the Hamburger.
The Hamburger.
Yeah, it's not the original La Parca.
No.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the La Parca team just because those are like some big names there. You got some WWE names, LWO names thrown in there on the other side, but I'm gonna go with La Parca, Mascarita, Octagon Jr., and Hamburgosa.
Oh, and before you get on me about these pictures, these were the pictures that they had on the website.
What, do you feel guilty? What do you feel guilty, Sticks? Come on, man.
I just don't want. I just know how this is going to work out.
You got these other backs of a damn
photo there.
You got these pictures of an old box of cornflakes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take Cruz del Toro and Jacqueline Wild and Lance Dorado.
Tom's game plan: just agree with everything we say to keep his title.
Yep, I'm going with that. I'm going with them. I can see them winning this and that.
Okay. All right, next match that they had up.
Yeah, the fuck is this? The Latin American Championship.
El Hijo de Dr. Wagner, champion versus Dragon Lee, JD McDonagh, and Ethan Page.
I think Dr. Wagner's holding this title.
I think so as well. Well,
listen. You got the Latin American World Championship. You got to put it on the Canadian, Ethan Page. You got to put it on a Dublin,
Scottish,
an Ireland, an island in JD McDonagh. You got to put it on Dragon Lee. You know, you leave it on a. I don't know.
Yeah.
My heart says go. I want Ethan Page to win everything, but
the one time supposed to be the fourth man.
Yeah, the fourth man. I'm gonna go with Dr. Wagner Jr. again. They keep it.
Yeah, unless Judgment Day comes out and screws the whole thing up and JD takes it that way, but I'll also say Wagner Jr. Retains on this one. That'd be the only way. Yeah, and putting on JD McDonagh, I don't think really makes a whole lot of sense. He's not going to stick around in AAA. He's going to be up in.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
So he's going to be back to the roster where he belongs, not this one. All right. Mixed tag match. Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez versus Mr. Iguana.
Whoa. What's going on? Why are we switching slides here? Whoa.
What?
Slid. Sticks, your
Right
internet's got a mind of its own.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, you're acting like Booker T now. Come on.
All right, here we go. Mixed tag Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez versus Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice.
You know what? Part of me wants Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez to win.
Mm-hmm. I think they will.
You know what? I think they're pushing Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice a lot. I think they're going to take it, Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice. I'm going with that.
They are, but Iguana's been losing. He doesn't always win, so that's not a given for him. Lola just won not too long ago. So, I mean, unless they want to keep that streak going for her, I don't think they will. I think Judgment Day has too many parts moving in this one. You know, JD McDonagh is by himself, but they can come out. But I think with three of them,
listen, you got
on the outside.
You got Raquel in the background.
Raquel, yeah, with her being on the outside, I think she's that.
I'm still going with Mr. Iguana and
Wild card. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm taking Judgment Day.
Yeah, I am too. They're pushing Lola Vice really hard, but it seems like only in AAA. When you look at NXT, they're not really pushing her as hard in NXT or the main roster stuff. So I'm gonna go with Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana. I'm gonna go with Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Ha. Gotcha, Dom. You're not gonna win. You can't win by your strategy of just agreeing with all of us.
AAA Reina Championship. Ring to ring, I guess that's ring to ring. Number 1 contenders match: Natalya versus Fabi Apache. I don't know why Natalya is even worried about. I mean, she came out on NXT to mess up Apache during her match. So I don't know. The number 1 contenders match. You know what? I'll go with Natalya on this one for the sheer fact that put her in a match for a championship, and even if she drops it to the champion, I still think Natalya is still a good worker for them. Nothing against Fabi Apache, but
didn't Apache just win the title at Triple Mania?
No.
No.
The other girl did I forgot her name, not Apache. The other one that we didn't take last time.
Yeah. None of us took.
Yeah, I'll follow Sticks and I'll go with Natalya in this one. You got to give her something to do, right?
Yeah.
Actually going to be with you guys. I'm taking Natalya too as well.
Yeah, like I said, I still think she does good work in the system, and she brings out good work in her opponent. So either way, I think she's good in the match, and I think she'll win this one. AAA World Tag Team Championship match: Psycho Clown and Pagano champion versus the New Day.
You know, part of me would like to have New Day win, but I actually think that if this guy's coming out, he's going to interfere with them winning. What's his face?
Zero Muerte.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dance down to the.
Yeah, so I think he's going to interfere. So I'm going to give it to Psycho Clown and Pagano over New Day.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Dom. Psycho Clown and Pagano over New Day, since they just won the titles at Triple Mania. I think they're going to hold it on to it, and they're not going to give them to New Day.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to try and send New Day belt collecting, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think Penta's going to come in. Penta's going to come in and interfere. So,
yeah, I definitely think so too.
Yeah,
I'm 100% with that, Dom. Penta's showing up to muck it up for the New Day, 100%. So that's a good call.
The New Day.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with the Vikingo with the belt. AJ Styles is gonna come out, interfere with the US. They're gonna have El Grande Americano coming out too as well, back and forth. And this is where Dominik says, "I'm tired of you interfering," and he's gonna call for the match in WrestlePalooza. They're gonna fight in WrestlePalooza, and that's how AJ Styles is gonna get his third match, because AJ Styles is gonna come out and interfere, because every time he fought Dom, freaking El Grande Americano came out and interfered. So he's gonna come out like he came out last time. He's gonna come out again, and he might be disguised as a El Grande Americano to make Dominik lose and think and have Dominik think that it was El Grande Americano making him lose.
So you think Dom's gonna lose? You don't think Dom's gonna be the AAA Mega Champion?
Nope.
I'm taking Dom. I'm taking Dirty Dom. This is his second or third shot going for this title?
Yes.
I think Dom takes the title off of him, and then he drops the.
Nope.
I think AJ is gonna interfere, and El Grande Americano is gonna take out AJ, and I think Dom. The whole reason, I think their whole plan is that if El Grande Americano helps Dom win the AAA Mega Championship, then Dom's going to give him an Intercontinental Championship match at Worlds Collide, or not Worlds Collide, at WrestlePalooza. And that's why El Grande Americano has been so keen to get involved and keep AJ Styles at bay. And it's going to turn into a triple threat match where it's going to be Dom versus El Grande Americano versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestlePalooza, based on the outcome of this, because Dom will already be AAA Mega Champion, so they're not going to have two belts on him. So he's going to have to drop the IC title, and he's going to drop AJ Styles. That's what I would do.
That. I like that. I'll echo that. I like that. Much as I like Vikingo, but I think Dom taking it makes good sense, just like you said. We'll give AJ Styles.
I like the insight. I like your thought process and the story in hand of what's going to happen. But the reason why I don't see Dom winning this belt,
which is crazy because you're like the biggest Dom supporter.
I am a big Dom supporter, but the reason why I don't see him win the belt is that he's got to hit rock bottom to lose the Intercontinental Championship and have no belts, and cause the tension between him and friggin' Finn Balor and the rest of Judgment Day. So he's already saying, I have no help. So you're going to have a whole bunch of people coming out. And if he's going to lose, and he's going to blame Finn Balor and these guys for making him lose the belt. That's why because you want Dirty Dom to start turning face. And people want him to turn face, because he gets a big pop. So you can see that this is the beginning where he's going to be going, because eventually Roxanne Perez is going to manipulate him enough. He's going to lose, and this is the whole plan is for him to lose. That Finn Balor wants him to lose. Finn Balor never wanted him to have the belt.
Yeah, and he'll do so at WrestlePalooza.
Right.
Yeah, I really think they're going to put Dom, that you can't deny that pop and that he gets in Mexico. So, due to the family lineage, and he's a Mysterio, there's no way you're not going to have him be the AAA Mega Champion. Yeah. And, you give it to him, and Vikingo could win it back off of him, but I think that just story-wise, that sets it up. Like, we don't have to rush into the downfall of Dominik Mysterio with the Judgment Day. Like, it doesn't have to, we don't have to rush into it. It could be that because the Judgment Day doesn't come out to help him keep both titles at WrestlePalooza, and that's when we see things go south. It could be that Dom starts to get a big head because he's double champion in the weeks leading up to WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
And Finn doesn't like it, so they don't come out to help him keep both championships, and he loses the IC title, and that starts the Dominik Mysterio.
He could turn around and say that, how come you didn't ask me to be part of getting the Intercontinental Championship? You didn't ask me. You had you had these other guys fight and never asked me to, you were tag team championships. Because you know Finn wants that championship.
You're already kind of getting that ground laid there because Dom didn't come out to help them in their match. He was too busy talking to El Grande Americano. Dom has been very absent from them. So it could just be like, you had it. You lost your title. You didn't need us, so we didn't get involved. And that's when he loses the title to AJ Styles in a triple threat match. Because I guarantee you that's what it's going to be. The reason El Grande Americano is helping him because Dom has promised him a shot at the IC title if he gets the AAA Mega Championship. And that's why El Grande Americano is trying to his interest would be in Dom keeping that keeping that Intercontinental Championship so he can get his match, as well as helping him be the AAA Mega Champion so he can get that match.
So Dom didn't come out to help El Grande Americano fight AJ Styles.
Okay, but Dom has nothing to lose. He's the champion. If he's promising El Grande Americano a match, it's in El Grande Americano's best interest to make sure that Dominik Mysterio holds on to that IC title, because if he loses it, he doesn't get said match.
Okay. All right.
Oh, don't forget there's 2 other El Grandes that he can call upon.
True.
To interfere with the match.
Well, there's technically 4 if you count Chad Gable.
4. Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, Chad Gable ain't coming back until next year. So
Chad Gable's going to come back in
El Grande Prime.
Yeah. El Grande Mexicano.
Yeah, I sent you that picture of him.
Yeah.
Then.
But that's
how they
my thought process on it is I think that's the perfect, at least that's how I would book it. Like if I was booking, that's how I book it. Makes it more interesting. It gives
that's how you book story. It. And a lot of people will agree with that. But that's not what Triple H does. He has other things.
No, it isn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like we might have to sit down at one of these shows and book it ourselves and see how it goes. Because that's, leading into WrestlePalooza, you want to have steam. You just don't want to throw another. And then that's half my reason for having such a problem with these match after match after match and rematch after rematch is that the story isn't there. It's just like you're throwing like Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. Why? Because they had a match that was interrupted in Raw. Okay, but in what world? Huh?
Twice.
Okay. Yeah. But in what world do you think that the belt should automatically go back? Why are we automatically giving back to Io Sky, who had not 1 but 2 terrible runs? You have a whole. Right. Why aren't we having a battle royale or a tournament for that title? Why are we just automatically giving it back to Io Sky because she got cashed in on?
I think the thought process is because she was champion last. And that's why they gave it to her.
That means you're the first loser. Get in line. What about Tiffany Stratton? Who's she fighting? Why doesn't she have
she ain't fighting anybody.
One contender for her?
She's fighting. Belt. She's gonna be fighting. It's probably a triple threat match with Jay Cargill and freaking goddamn Nia Jax. That's what's gonna freaking happen.
Oh, great! Because we need her versus Nia Jax again.
Yeah.
At least it's been months since that happened.
That's been weeks. No, it's been weeks. She just wrestled her not that long ago.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Oh, so I don't know. Long-term storytelling, right?
Yep.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. I like Io enough, but I just don't think that it should be somebody else. It should be 2 newcomers for that belt. It shouldn't be Io. I'd be more interested if it was Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie. But who knows what the hell they're doing with Stephanie? Because, like you said earlier, Stephanie can show up on SmackDown, no problem, but she can't be on Raw since.
But you know what?
She won that.
Look, the story is they want Io. They want friggin' Rhea Ripley to beat Io Sky.
I know it. I know they do.
That's the whole storyline leading into it. That she wins the belt, and then Io Sky they fight at Perth.
But I can tell you that I think that feud and that match is so good it transcends the belt. It doesn't need the belt.
Yeah, I know it doesn't need the belt. You know what? they want the belt involved. So that's all of them.
Yeah, they want to put the belt on her in Australia. I get it, but I just don't know. I'm just saying I don't want to see it on EO. I don't want to see it on EO, even interimly. Like, that makes 3 terrible title runs if EO wins the belt. That's 3 terrible title runs. If EO wins the belt just to turn around and drop it to Rhea weeks later, terrible. That's 3 terrible title runs.
Yeah. That's
if you want it that way, then you have a tournament culminating till Perth, and you have Stephanie Vacquier versus the winner of the tournament at Perth for that title. You could have whatever. I don't know. I don't like it just going back on EO Sky.
Well, listen.
Well,
EO Sky.
I'll make a quick. I'll make a quick suggestion. What if they do where we get another one of those matches where it's EO versus someone, and then Rhea comes out to help, and then Asuka comes out, right? Takes out EO because she's mad about Rhea being able to help her, and she's not being her, right? What if they put Asuka and them with Stephanie and EO in a triple threat, where Asuka would win the title?
Say that again.
What?
So Asuka would, let's say that EO is either having a match against someone either on this coming SmackDown or Raw. Rhea comes out to help. Asuka comes out because Rhea comes out to help. Takes out Rhea with Kairi Sane. Gets in, has words with EO, knocks down EO, right? And then they place her in that match with her and Stephanie for a triple threat with EO, Asuka, and Stephanie Booker.
I'm going to pull out my crystal ball, be Swami here. I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to happen. Dom's right. Io Sky is going to beat Stephanie for the title at WrestlePalooza. Then you're going to get Asuka versus Io. Kairi Sane is going to cost Asuka that match. Asuka ain't winning the title. And then she's going to go on and lose to Rhea Ripley at Perth. That's how it's probably going to happen. And Kairi and Asuka are going to feud. And you're not going to have... It's how it's going to happen. It's written on the wall. Like it's...
I agree that Kairi...
A blind person could follow that map.
I agree that Kairi Sane would cost her the match, but I think she'll cost it for her when she's already got the belt. Like, she's already got the belt. Kairi, she's...
Why? There's no money. There's no money in Asuka versus Rhea right now. Everyone wants to see Asuka versus Io for the title in Perth, Australia. They want to put the belt on Rhea again in Perth. It's just like the way, like, it's all lining up towards that. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like it's all completely like lining that way.
Because I don't think it'll go back, because I agree with you. None of her runs have been great at all. Period. Why put it back on her? Why put it on a flat champion?
Because you got to have somebody have it until Rhea comes for it.
Well, yeah, but you can have Stephanie win it and then lose it to Rhea.
Why? I mean, because why are we having Asuka feuding with Nikki Bella? Why is Kairi Sane just sitting there and then you're just getting Kairi and just getting pulled away? Like,
right. Yeah,
she's being treated like a lapdog, and you're gonna eventually have her. It's like the oldest WWE story in the book. Like, she's gonna turn on Asuka and cost Asuka her championship or a shot at the championship.
Yeah, Kerry saying is this generation's Virgil.
Pretty much.
If you think about it, yeah.
It's sad, and it feels like WWE is punishing her for hurting Liv Morgan because you haven't really seen her wrestle much
and
since.
I feel bad because she's like every time she gets yelled, at, she's like so like she's like stuck in between the way. I know it's the part of the story, but the whole fact is that she's like
a beaten dog almost.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't know which way to go.
Yeah.
Like she has two, like a dog with two masters. You know, which one do I go to?
And it just goes back to WWE not having enough time to book this shit. Like they're gonna have to try and throw together Cody Rhodes. Like Triple H already let it slip on McAfee that Cody Rhodes is gonna be part of Worlds Collide. So WrestlePalooza. So you're gonna have to try to throw Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre together on SmackDown tomorrow night or Friday night. I mean, yeah, you've kind of already started to build that.
Well, you got the Randy Orton. You have to make McIntyre has to beat Randy Orton. Has to beat Randy. You have to have him beating Randy Orton to go into that match strong.
I don't think that's going to happen though, because we already saw him beat down Cody Rhodes, and that's the whole angle they've gone with, is that Drew McIntyre beat down Cody Rhodes so bad that he's been out of action and he's had this injury that nobody is disclosing what it is. And he's saying, oh, WWE's protecting him, protecting their golden boy, yada, yada, yada. So what are you going to have Cody show up tomorrow night on SmackDown and attack Drew McIntyre, which leads to a match at WrestlePalooza?
No, but the whole fact is that he's fighting Randy Orton though, tomorrow night. So you got to have McIntyre beat Randy Orton to be a strong to go in strong.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll beat Randy Orton tomorrow night on SmackDown, but
well, not tomorrow night, Friday night, because we're on.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm
What is it?
Still the money.
Well, listen. If he's coming back at WrestlePalooza, there's definitely who's to say he's showing up, not having a match on WrestlePalooza. Maybe he'll show up on WrestlePalooza. To make comments that we might be getting him to SummerSlam, figured out Survivor Series. Build up the angle and say he'd be really ready for Survivor Series.
I don't know.
He need matches for Survivor Series. I can tell you that, because now that you're gonna have the War Games. Of course, you're gonna have Roman Reigns, CM Punk, freaking Jimmy and Jay, and LA Knight. And then you're gonna have on the other side the fifth member. You need a fifth member for that thing. They're not gonna have intergender for the tag team. Becky's not gonna be part of it. Becky's gonna probably fight AJ Lee.
Dude, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I see Brock Lesnar going over John Cena at WrestlePalooza and that earning him a title shot at Cody, and we're gonna get Cody versus Lesnar at either Perth or at Survivor Series.
No, because remember, after their matches, they had their final match. There are three.
Yeah, but that's a different story now. That's years ago, and now Cody's champion. So I mean, Brock Lesnar's got to get something for beating John Cena, and I mean, it could be that because of the interference. I mean, I could see them doing something where because of Cody's interference, it leads to Cody Randy. But
how about the interference? How about John Cena winning interference from R-Truth?
Where has R-Truth been? We haven't seen R-Truth in weeks.
So, but R-Truth, remember, they made up the backstage thing saying, we've been in bad places, this and that, and they actually made up because they're back to where it was. R-Truth, remember, he had a couple of segments with Brock Lesnar back in the day, so I could see him coming out helping, having.
Why? Just so they can give him the Kofi Kingston treatment and he gets smashed in 3 seconds.
Probably, I don't know. Who knows? But something like that. Like I said, to fit these people in, you need some more story, more time. 2 hour show. That's three. The thing is, with 3 hours, if you did 3 hours, like again, like you took away the 3 hours, the third hour, 2 hours, sometimes you can't get everything in. It's the same, like the hamster wheel, same thing going round and round and round. You know, you get the same results. You know,
what they need to do really is get back to where the PLEs are spaced out more.
Yeah.
So these Raw and SmackDown, you have more space to grow.
Yeah, the individual one. You have one pay-per-view for Raw, one pay-per-view for SmackDown, and you build it like that. I think that I like that idea. But the whole thing is, I hate the draft. I really hate the draft. I like all the shows together. I like it all together.
You hate the draft? How do you hate the draft?
We lost Matt. What happened? But I hate the. I like the whole thing together.
Did I just hear? I don't know what happened to my camera, but I just hear Dom say he hates the draft.
Yeah.
I never really liked the draft. I just said the draft was there, you know, because I like to see the wrestlers. But I understand that it does work. It gives more time for a lot of people that haven't been on the show. So you have one pay like Six brought up the idea again, like the one Raw show, the one SmackDown show that you used to have, and I'm for that. Personally, I don't like the draft. I like everything together. I wish they could make each show 3 hours, have crossovers like crazy. Look, all right, you do the draft, all the champions can go at each show. They can go wherever they want to go. If you're a champion, you know, that's what they should do.
I think the championships, like we were saying about the women's titles, there's not enough women for these titles, and they don't have anyone to fight. Right? Kind of the same with the men. I mean, they're just not using enough of the men because you're always getting the same fights.
Look,
we're getting
the same women meeting, fighting everybody over and over again. There's other women back there. Use them.
Right.
So I
don't disagree.
Well, I understand you have your caliber of talent, and the top tier talent always gets the opportunities. We all know that. So
right, but that never stopped them from using bottom tier talent with the top tier talent. Lately,
why isn't someone like Nikki Cross being used at all? Why isn't she going after one of these mid-card titles as part of the Wyatt Six? And I don't know. I don't know.
Could it be because they cut her at one point and then brought her back for the Wyatt Six? Just for that?
I don't think they ever cut her, did they? They never cut Nikki Cross. They just cut.
They did. It was a few years
ago. No, because she came back with that superhero persona and then went back to Nikki Cross and then went back, and now she's part of the Wyatt Six. They just cut Sarah Logan again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's hard because where does Cody go after Drew McIntyre? So maybe Cody and Drew are going to get 2 matches. I don't know. Who are you going to build up? Like, when are we going to get?
I don't know.
When are we going to get Logan Paul in the title picture again? Like,
when are we going to get CM Punk versus
Cody Rhodes? Yeah.
They talked about that. They freaking teased that.
We have to get.
Yep.
You get Gunther, Cody Rhodes when Gunther comes back.
Maybe, but when's Gunther coming?
I don't know how long.
I mean,
I don't know.
You're gonna bring back Ilya Dragunov and automatically rock?
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov is supposed to come back and feud with freaking AJ Styles. So as soon as AJ Styles wins the Intercontinental Championship, that's when the Dragunov is going to come back to fight him, and they're going to have a rivalry there. That's another thing too. That you have that, you know, he's coming back. You know, who else? You know, like Cody Rhodes is in the Crossroads,
right?
You know, So WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see Gunther coming back at WrestlePalooza? Excuse me.
No, I don't know. I mean, he had nose surgery, so
He's been out
That's
for a couple of weeks already.
That's 6 weeks, though. I think that's 6 weeks for usually. I think it's the minimum, right? 6 weeks.
Yeah. So he left the beginning of last month?
Right after SummerSlam, right?
No, they had the match with
right, but that was the Raw after. That was the Raw after SummerSlam.
With Jey Uso again, right? No, was it Jey?
Yeah. Was it
Yeah, because he lost the belt to Seth on the cash-in, and that's when, because he lost to SummerSlam. He lost to Punk at SummerSlam, and that's when the cash-in happened.
Yeah.
So that was a month ago.
Yeah, so about 6 weeks. So WrestlePalooza, he can make his way back.
He could be, yeah. It doesn't have to be a full-blown match. I mean, he's just him coming in.
No, come back, put him to sleep.
Yep.
So you can have that rivalry coming. You can have Cody Rhodes fighting Gunther at friggin' SummerSlam. I mean, at friggin' Survivor Series.
I mean, we already know. Well, I guess we don't know, but there's already strong, hints that they're working towards Sammy versus Seth. Because remember, Sammy was part of all this stuff too before he got moved over to SmackDown. So Sammy's going to come back. We're going to have Sammy versus Seth after Sammy wins the Royal Rumble. Punk Cody finally there's got to be something on the table to give Punk a title for him getting his wife to come back. There's got to be.
Definitely.
I mean,
are you going to have Punk beat Cody at WrestleMania so he finally gets his a true WrestleMania main event for the championship? Not just a WrestleMania main event by proxy.
Well, the thing is, WrestleMania. That's the thing. He headlined at WrestleMania, and to win at WrestleMania would be a closing story for him too. Finally winning the belt, because you still have to do Roman versus Seth too. That's gonna be a WrestleMania moment too. So.
Yeah, Roman versus Seth again. I don't know. I don't really. It's hard to tell where they're going to go from here, especially with Cody.
I mean, there's quite a few of those guys you could put at one point into the Elimination Chamber. Seth, Roman, Cody.
I mean, you got to have Punk win Elimination
Chamber.
Listen,
Punk is going to win off of Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins has been a thorn in the side for his long time. So CM Punk win the belt of Seth Rollins will be the freaking goddamn reward. So you got to have that. So that might be WrestleMania next year. That might be WrestleMania.
So then maybe they're going to do Sammy versus Cody for the title.
Yeah.
Because if they do the draft, those guys are going to be main to their shows.
Drink. If you're playing the drinking game at home, Dom said draft. Make sure to take a drink. You're probably already hammered by now with how many times he said it. Actually, he's only said it like one time. Draft. Yeah, now you're shit-faced.
Well, it should be interesting. At least we got wrestling this week. We got Friday. We got the Worlds Collide. We got the SmackDown. So we got that coming up. And then on the next week, we have...
Sunday the 20th.
Yeah. Saturday is 20th.
Saturday.
And the reason why I know, my niece is 1 year. Well, my niece turns 1 year old on the 18th, so the 20th they have a party for herself.
She's already one. God,
it'll be one man already. Yeah, she was just born yesterday, and she's gonna be one already.
I remember you telling us that.
Yeah,
that's great.
So
I think back to just bring it back to wrestling though, real quick. I really think that WWE is just gonna throw shit at the wall to get us to through Survivor Series to the end of the year to where they can reset come Royal Rumble. And I just feel like that's what we're going to get is a lot. We're going to get fed a lot of the same shit over and over again.
Well, next year, Royal Rumble, you might have the return. You'll have the return of a friggin' Liv. You possibly have a return of KO, Kevin Owens. next year. So you have a couple of big returns and new people that you sign, because apparently the WWE is interested in the Righteous. The Righteous.
That's what they're saying.
Yep. So
that's what they're saying anyway.
They keep bringing more wrestlers in. They bring more wrestlers in than utilize the ones they have in the back. Maybe Karrion Kross comes back. I don't know. We'll see. Anything is possible.
As we've seen, the whole sign this person, sign that person. That's a whole chess game for WWE and AEW.
I'm really kind of get the feeling that they re-signed Karrion Kross and they have a play for him at some point, and they just, especially like the Sammy storyline, and they just haven't pulled the trigger yet, and they're letting him do indie dates like they let Natalya do indie dates just to kind of throw people off.
Yeah, but even Natalya's been on WWE in the meantime.
Listen, gonna try to get
just on NXT.
We got it at New York City Comic Con. I gotta talk to him.
There you go. Get the deets.
Matt, you gotta get those cards for me, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it by then.
When New York City Comic Con is like 4 weeks away, man.
I'll try. I'm a very important person, Dom. All right, got a lot going on.
Listen, I know you have a lot going on. Not only is you're a headliner in YouTube.
Oh, here we go. Now he's gonna start fluffing my ear.
Not only you're a dad, not only are you a hard worker, you got a lot going on, and so do I. We got the draft coming up too. You know what I'm saying? So we
got football, wrestling.
We got all the other things in between that we like.
So hockey's coming up.
Comic books.
Gotta get those the blind bags. If you can, Matt, get those blind bags that are coming up.
Yeah, we gotta get all the blind bags. Every single blind bag. I gotta collect all of Mark Spears variant covers. Oh well, these people don't care about Mark Spears or.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. They got the Transformer freaking goddamn blind bags coming.
Yeah.
Issue 25.
All right.
If they ever do Doctor Who, I'm dead.
Anything else professional wrestling you guys want to talk about? Because again, I don't feel like, other than the AJ Lee return, I don't feel like there's really anything worth talking about on Raw, and I don't really feel like there's anything worth talking about on SmackDown.
No, I think we covered everything. The main cover, the main headline was Booker T. Getting the teepee in his pants with everybody.
I'm about to pop my winky.
That's funny though.
That is hilarious.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens this weekend. If Dirty Dom wins, he wins.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Worlds Collide. So, especially that match. That's going to be that match. Yeah. That was good.
All right. Well, I think that's our show tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching Off the Mat. If you want more from us, make sure to check out one of the links after our beautiful faces go off the screen for more professional wrestling goodness. If you want more of from my channel, you can search around. If you want more of Sticks, you can catch him every Thursday right here, Friday over on Renovision on the Qualified, Saturday on SNS, and Tuesday nights for his We Know Doctor Who crew, whatever we're going to be called this week. Show over on his Stick Boy 73 channel. You can catch more from Dom every Friday night on Renovision on the Qualified, and Sunday night on Tales from the Dark Side on Renovision. And of course, you can catch me all week long here on my channel as well. Dom, take us home with some words of wisdom, would you?
Well, the words of wisdom. Just don't get overexcited at wrestling matches when you see beautiful women come out, because you can say the darndest things.
Booker says the darndest things.
Don't be a booker. Be yourself.
There you go.
Don't be a booker. Be yourself. All right. I like it.
Because probably I'm with him. I'll probably say the same thing too.
Hey.
Maybe even worse. I don't know. But
on that note, if you guys like what we do here, make sure that like and subscribe button, turn those notification bells on so you know whenever we go live with a new episode of Off the Mat. And with that, until next week, have a good weekend and enjoy Worlds Collide.
In the ring, the lights go down. Roaring crowd, they scream and shout. Chants echo, shaking the ground. Warriors clash, the game is found. Welcome to the